So today I will be making the most controversial video on my YouTube channel, aka me ranking every single quarterback in the NFL. So obviously, yeah, let's just get straight into it. We're ranking every quarterback. Literally, it doesn't even matter. They might not even be in the league anymore, but we're ranking every single quarterback. And obviously the first quarterback is Lamar Jackson, who so far this season he's been hurt, and that's really hurt the Ravens, considering they're literally 1-5 right now. But I have to show a little grace to him, okay? Because he wasn't playing that bad. He wasn't playing like MVP level, but we're gonna put him in the good category for this season, okay? This is just based off of this season alone. Next up is this Cooper Rush, and he is unplayable. He was terrible in that Rams game, which, I mean, they helped the Rams, but like he was just terrible in that game. So obviously our next quarterback is Josh Allen, who's had a pretty up and down start to this season. However, I still feel like you have to put him top 5. He's still at least in the top 5, okay? Because yeah, there's not much for me to say. It's Josh Allen, okay? It's Josh Allen we're talking about here. Next quarterback is Mitch Trubisky, who just goes in the backup because he's literally only been a backup, okay? So yeah, there's not much to talk about Mitch. He hasn't had a chance to play yet, so he just goes in the backup. Next quarterback is Joe Burrow, who obviously has been hurt most of the year, so I don't know where would be a good spot to put him. He hasn't. I have to put next to Lamar in the good category, because obviously Joe Burrow's a great quarterback, but the best ability is availability, and Joe Burrow obviously hasn't been available at all this season, or mostly. His backup Jake Browning, he's unplayable. He got benched for Joe Flacco, and Flacco aired it out way better than than Browning could. And then we got Deshaun Watson, who hasn't played, but we're just gonna put him in unplayable because he sucked when he played. Next is Joe Flacco. This is interesting because look, at Cleveland, he was in that bad to unplayable tier, but that one game, because also I didn't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, but I'm recording this the day after week 7 ended, so I'm pretty sure this will be posted right after week 8, or this might be, I forgot when I'm posting this, but there was a lot of bias for me to put him in that good category, but we haven't seen a lot from him yet, so I'm just gonna put him in the mid, okay? Which mid, that means all right, okay? This isn't negative to my boy Joe Flacco, but he's in mid. Kenny Pickett is our next quarterback. He just goes in the backup. He played like 2 snaps in the Raiders game, because I forgot. I didn't even know he was on the Raiders, to be honest. But he played a couple snaps on the Raiders, but their game blown out already. So our next quarterback is Bo Nix. Where do I want to put Bo Nix? He's exceeded my expectations. Okay, we're putting him in good behind these two. Okay, but yeah, there's really not much to say about Nix. Bo Nix, he's kept the ball to himself a lot. Okay, my fault. Bo Nix, he's exceeded my expectations this year. I was expecting him to have a big regression, which he hasn't shown really a big regression. He's actually really overperformed what I thought, and I believe he's in the good. He's not in the great yet, okay, but he's in the good. He's not in the mid. As next, Jarrett Stidham, backup, hasn't played. CJ Stroud, I don't know where to put him, because CJ, I don't know, because obviously his O-line is terrible, but at the same time, how much of are we gonna blame the O-line that you? Oh, what? Okay, of course the 6-7 kept popped up, but as much as he's been bad, I can't put him in mid because he hasn't been mid, but I have to put him at the end of good. As much as I want to put him, I might have to make another category because I'm gonna probably make another category, but who knows? I don't know if I'll make one. Either way, Davis Mills backup didn't play. Anthony Richardson, we're just gonna put him in bad, okay? Because we're gonna put him in bad because he's a backup, yes, but he has got his job stolen. Preseason, he looked bad. Next is Danny Dimes. Where am I gonna put Danny Dimes? We're putting him in the great category, okay? This is for this season only, okay? Daniel Jones, outside of the Rams game, which thank you for being bad in the Rams game, Daniel Jones has played amazing on the Colts. He's only had 3 picks so far, which, like, I think literally the first game of the last full season he started with him, he had 3 picks in that game. But Daniel Jones has played great in that Shane Steichen offense. He low-key could be in that top 5 category. Okay, he low-key could be in that top 5 category. But I'm going to just keep him in great for now. And by the time I redo this video at the end of the regular season, he could be up there. And I should have done a better intro, but whatever, I don't really care. Next is Trevor Lawrence, and this hurts me, but you're going in mid. He was supposed to be the generational prospect. He just really hasn't, to be honest. And you know what? I'm gonna make a new tier. Okay, I have to make a new tier. Backups get their own. Unplayable, I'm just gonna change it to, okay, I made new categories. I moved the backups here. I made the ass tier the worst of the worst, and I put the not good tier because I trust there'll be a lot of me made good, whatever. Okay, Nick Mullins backup, you haven't played yet. Mahomes, as much as people are gonna say Mahomes like has been underwhelming, he is actually not. He's been not overwhelmed, but he's been performing how Mahomes should be performing. He is in that top 5 conversation. Okay, Gardner Minshew hasn't played, backup. Bailey Zappi hasn't played, backup. Justin Herbert, okay, this is an interesting one because in the beginning of the year, like the first 3 weeks of the season, he would be in the top 5, but the last 3 weeks he has not played good, and I'm gonna have to put him in that only that good category. Okay, he's above these two because he's actually been playing, but he had a chance to be in the top 5 or even in that great category. But he's just been so underwhelming these past couple weeks, especially against the Commanders and the Colts. Those are opportunities to get big statement wins, and he did not get big statement wins at all. He's thrown a lot of reckless picks, especially in goal line situations. Like he had one against the Commanders, which put them out of the game. He had one against the Colts that put them out of the game. As much as I want to put Herbert in that great tier, I just can't bring myself to it. So Taylor Heineke, backup. Trey Lance, backup. Geno Smith is in ass. Geno Smith has been, I'll put him in the front of ass. He's just been terrible, to be honest. Yeah, Geno Smith, I don't know what to say. I don't know how he got 72 mil from the Raiders, but that was a terrible trade. He has not been good. He throws too much picks. He doesn't throw the ball downfield a lot. He's ass. That's why he's in the ass tier. Aiden O'Connell hasn't played, or is backup. Tua. This is where I'm going between the not good or the ass. I'm gonna put Tua. I put him in not good. Okay, I'm gonna show some grace to Tua. Okay, because the last game he played against the Browns was gonna put him in the ass category, but he's had actually some pretty good games, especially like the game against the Patriots where they could have won. He played good in that game. He played good in the Jets win. He's played good in like a couple other games, but he's played bad in a bunch. But I just can't bring myself to bring Tua into this ass category. Okay. But by the end of the season, there's a chance he might be in there. Zach Wilson, backup. Drake May. I'm trying to think. This might be... Do we do it? Drake May is in the top 5 category. As much as I've been saying he's performed into his top 5 category, he went head-to-head with Josh Allen and won. He's played good these past couple weeks. He's actually played good this entire season. What the hell am I talking about? Drake May, I'm a believer. I've been a believer since day one. I wanted the Rams to trade for him. But obviously we did not because we still have Stafford. But Drake May, I don't know how New England lucks into another quarterback, but I guess what they just did. Next, Josh Dobbs, backup. Justin Fields, you're in that ass category. I'm sorry, Justin Fields. I've never been a Justin Fields believer. I've always been a Justin Fields doubter. And he's given me all the reason in the world to doubt him, and he's proved it right because he just isn't good as a thrower. Like 47 yards and a half is terrible. Look, I get he hasn't thrown an interception at all this year, but literally he doesn't throw the ball downfield. That's the entire point. He's literally a running back. He's literally a running back. Next is Tyrod Taylor. He's in the not good category. He went in the game for Justin Fields, and at least he aired the ball downfield, but he got picked off twice. Is he better than Justin Fields? Yes. Is he better than any of these other ones above? No. Jordan Travis, he retired, but also he's not here. Mason Rudolph, backup, not here. Skylar Thompson, backup, not here. And okay, I'm gonna be honest with you now. I'm gonna stop putting QBs in the backup tier. Yeah, I'm gonna stop putting them in the backup tier. Will Levis, backup. Brandon, whatever. Kyler Murray, you're going the mid tier. And Kyler Murray, I've always been a doubter of him because 1, he's in my division, but 2, he just hasn't been good. Like, he does good the first couple weeks. This is around the point of the season where he starts to be bad, but he's been bad way before already, and that is not good considering that they're 2-5 and they've had so much easy wins. They've had so much, like, I think they have the most one-score losses in the league. But Kyler Murray, he just isn't a good quarterback. He's not bad. That's why he's in the mid category, because he's not in the not good category, but he's also not good. He's just right in that mid. Okay, he'll lead the team to some wins, but also he's not gonna win you big games. Okay, Jacoby Brissett would be in backup. This dude, I don't even know who the fuck you are. Michael Penix, mid. And let me tell you why, because look it. he has so much performers in Drake May, Bijan, obviously Kyle Pitts. He's actually had a pretty good year, to be honest, besides all that clowning in the offseason. But Penix, he just can't do anything with it. He's literally, if he doesn't check it down to Bijan, he's not gonna get anything. And he's terrible under pressure. He has no mobile movement at all. And I get it, he tore his ACL twice. He's tore both of his ACLs, but he just isn't good. Like, he just hasn't been good at all. So that's why he's in the mid category. Kirk Cousins will be in the backup. Bryce Young, as much as I want to put him in the good, if I put Joe Flacco in mid, I'm sorry, I have to put Bryce Young in the mid. Okay, I'm a big Bryce Young believer. Okay, I've loved him since Bama, but he's still shown too much inconsistency still. But his last couple of performances, he's actually done pretty well. So by the time at the end of the season, he might be able to sneak his way into the good category. But for right now, he's in the mid. Okay, I'm sorry that he's in the mid, but a couple more performances and you'll be back up. Next is Caleb Williams. I'm putting them right behind him. Okay, Caleb Williams, I've tried to like him, but he has really good performances at times. Like, for example, that Cowboys game, he had a really good performance. Last week against the Saints, he was not good. Okay, he wasn't good, he wasn't bad, he was mid, which is the tier I literally put him in. But he just, I don't know, like when I watch him, there's so much there, that is meant to, like, I feel empty when I watch him. I feel like I'm expecting a lot more for someone who's being generational, but he just hasn't been generational. So yeah, Caleb Williams, I'm sorry, but you're in the mid tier. Next is Dak Prescott, and Dak low-key could be in that top 5. He low-key could, but I'm gonna leave him in gray. Okay, and the reason why is, look, he's had an amazing start to the season. Okay, but we haven't seen a game where he's fully taken over, where he's led his team. Like, he's had some good wins. Okay, I'm not discrediting him at all. I think Dak is actually a really good quarterback. He's leaving me with I just need to see one more performance for him where he single-handedly carries the team on his back for me to put him in top 5. Okay, but he is number 6. Okay, he is my number 6 right now. But Dak, you earned yourself a great spot, but you're not into this tier yet. Next starting quarterback, because the rest of these are all backups, is Jared Goff, who gets him into the great tier. Okay, as much as I wanted to doubt him because of that week 1 performance, he's actually done pretty good this season. However, he hasn't done good enough to get to top 5, and he's at the bare end of the great. Like, one more bad performance, it could actually push him down into the good category. I think he's done pretty solid this year, to be honest. Like, the game he played against Tampa, though, was one of those games that almost made me put him in that good category. But at the same time, he's had a lot of good wins. He's had a lot of good throws, actually. It's just, we still need to see more of him when the lights are bright, because he hasn't performed when the lights are bright. And that's what all these quarterbacks in the top 5 have done, except for Drake May, because he hasn't had the opportunity. Okay, but I like Goff in the end of the great category. Next is Jordan Love, who I will put in the good, but at the very end of the good, because Jordan Love has shown me at times, okay, this dude is amazing, but also at other times he's just very underperforms. Like, example, last week when they're playing the Cardinals, he was getting outperformed by Jacoby Brissett. Like, I don't know what to tell you, Jordan Love, but your team is the number 1 seed in the conference, and obviously if they had a mid quarterback, that might not happen. Jordan Love could lead them over the hump, but I just need to see more to place them above these guys. Next quarterback is Matt Stafford, who I will put in the top 5, and let me explain why. So far this season, he's only had 2 interceptions. Okay, the first one, and they've both been sort of bad interceptions. Okay, but besides that, he is slinging that thing at 37. Everyone's concerned about his back injury, but it just, I don't know. In my opinion, I called it out in the offseason, or at least my take was there was no really injury. He just didn't need to do training camp. I mean, he's in year number 17, but he's performed like a top 5 quarterback this year. And it was noticed last week because without his number 1 target, he threw for 5 touchdowns, 0 picks. I know he only had 100 something yards, but he was really efficient in that game. And that was the first time this entire season the Rams went 4 for 4 in the red zone. Usually they only maybe score once in the red zone, but they scored 4 times in the red zone. I believe he is in that top 5, and actually I believe he is in that number 3 to 4 spot. So the next starting quarterback is JJ McCarthy, who is in that not good quarterback category. McCarthy just hasn't been good this year. Like, he hasn't made any single throws that will blow your mind, which makes me think. So look at a lot of those Michigan players from this natty season, like Roman Wilson, Blake Corum, JJ McCarthy, that were standouts in college, have not shown to do anything in the league. So that might show you something. But McCarthy just hasn't performed in the league so far. He just hasn't been good this year. I'm pretty sure he's been soft benched for Carson Wentz, because Carson Wentz is actually starting again, which I probably the day before you're watching this. But yeah, JJ McCarthy just hasn't been good. So that's why he's in that not good category. Our next quarterback is Spencer Rattler, who will also go in the not good category, but he has been better than Tua. Okay, so watching Rattler play, he puts he actually isn't even that bad. That's why I don't want to put him in the mid, but I can't put him in the ass. So that's why he's in the not good at the very end. But the thing is, he's actually had the Saints been competitive this season. Okay, I get they only have one win, but they've only lost by one score in like 3 different games, and they were in it the whole time against the Bears. But those like 3 picks, I think he threw 3 or 2 picks, is what put me back into this not good category. But Rattler hasn't been terrible. He's made some throws. He's actually made some decent throws. He's had some bad ones. He is like the perfect tank commander for the Saints. Okay, he gives them somewhat of a hope, but at the same time, they know they're drafting another quarterback. Our next one is Russell Wilson's only played 1 snap. Okay, so now I actually got to scroll down to find quarterbacks. So our next quarterback is Jalen Hurts, who, sorry, he's not going in the ass category. I just had to move him up. Hurts, where do we put him? Because he just had the best performance of probably his career the day after I'm recording this, or like the 2 days after. But he's also had really bad performances, so I'm gonna just put him at the top of good. I think he's been better than Herbert this year. Okay, I think he's been better than Herbert. He hasn't been really terrible this season, but at the same time, I need to see more performances like he did against the Vikings for me to move him into that great category. Okay, and trust me, I don't really hate Hurts. Okay, I just think he's a fucking cornball. Okay, but Hurts, he has to find a fine line of passing and throwing, because either a lot of these Eagles games goes, he throws the ball a lot of times, gets a lot of yards, but has a lot of rack, or he doesn't throw the ball at all and they just hand it to Saquon the entire time. I like Hurts at good. Okay, he's not in the great, he's also not mid, he's in the good. So our next starting quarterback is Sam Darnold. So Sam Darnold will be in the good. I feel like he's been better than Herbert this year. Okay, but he reminds me a lot of himself last year, where he'll win you games, but when the lights get bright, he's gone. And the thing that showed me this the most was that week 4, week 5 loss to the Bucks. They had the ball, they had a chance to go down the field and kick a field goal, but he ended up throwing a pick in his own territory, which ended up losing the game. He's made some good throws though. Like last week against the Saints, he made some the Texans. He made some pretty good throws. Okay, I'll admit that. Is he as terrible as he used to be? No, he's not as terrible as he used to be. Is he in that great category? No. I feel like good is the perfect place for him. So our next starting quarterback is Brock Purdy, who will be in the mid tier. Purdy's been he's just been mid. Okay, he hasn't been good. He hasn't been terrible though, but he's also been hurt most of the season. But the thing is the Niners are playing better without him than they played with him, which makes you start to think, do they regret giving him that $200-something million contract? Who knows? But he just hasn't been. I don't have a lot of film to go off of him because he's barely played. But when he plays, he's literally the definition of mid. Okay, so this is the perfect tier for him. Him and all his mid buddies, he's mid. Okay. So also, I don't know why Mac Jones isn't here, but Mac Jones would actually be in the good category, by the way. Our next starting quarterback is Jaden Daniels, who this season has been in that lower end of good. Okay, he's regressed as a sophomore, but everyone expected it, but it's because his offense has regressed. However, actually, I'm moving him up. Okay, I feel like he's been better than Bo Nix, and then these two are hurt, so they really sort of get a little bit of grace. Okay, but Jaden Daniels, he's had some solid performances, like the one against the Chargers, but he's had bad ones, like last week when he got hurt against the Cowboys. He wasn't playing good before he got hurt either, but I think this is the proper spot for him. This is the proper spot for him. He's in the middle of good. Okay, he hasn't been bad, but he hasn't been electric. So our next quarterback, I think we are on to the rookies now. We are near the end of this list. So it's Cam Ward. Where is Cam Ward gonna fit on there? He's gonna be in the mid. I'm sorry, I have to put him in mid. But he is shown obviously as a #1 pick. You're not gonna be coming out just guns blazing, because obviously there's a reason why the team you're on had the #1 pick. But Cam Ward has played like a rookie, and that is a good thing. Okay, he hasn't played like completely garbage or anything. He's played how you expect the #1 pick to play. Not very good, but at the same time he's made some throws that are some NFL quarterback throws. However, he's had some mistakes, like the one against the Patriots when he fumbled and they returned it for a touchdown. I think Cam Ward belongs in the mid category, but that's no knock to him. Next, we go to Jackson Dart. Obviously, he hasn't started this entire season, but I'm going to put him in good. And the reason why I put him in good is because he's led his team to some interesting games, to say at least. The game he just played against the Broncos, they should have won, honestly, but he didn't play bad either. He played pretty good, to be honest. And considering all things, he besides that pick, he's played good. The Eagles game he played fantastic in, and then the only really bad game was the Saints one, but he played good that first half, but obviously he had a lot of rookie mistakes that second half. So that's why I'm going to put him in that good category at the very end of it, okay? So our next quarterback is Dillon Gabriel, who we're just going to put in the not good. The reason why I'm putting him in not good is because look it, he hasn't played horrendous, okay? He doesn't have I don't think he has a turnover yet. But he doesn't like make any risky throws. He's literally a check down merchant, or he's just going to throw it above it in no harm's way and just punt the ball. So Dillon Gabriel, you need to start making riskier throws. You need to start making more NFL throws, because he just looks like, I don't know, he's literally the most robotic quarterback ever. He's literally like playing like the Madden CPU on like all pro difficulty. He's not dotting you up, but if you leave someone open, he's going to find them. But if you have everything bagged, he's just going to throw it above everyone in no harm's reach. So Dillon Gabriel, you're at the end of the not good category. Okay, so our final two quarterbacks. The first one is Baker Mayfield, who will be landing at the end of the top 5. I have Baker Mayfield in the top 5. And besides the game he just played against the Lions, where he didn't play good at all, to be honest, he has had the best season of his career, to be honest. And that's all considering he's been without his receiver 1, his receiver 2, his receiver 4, and his running back. But he's put up amazing numbers regardless of that. However, Mike Evans being out, low-key sort of concerns me, but I feel like him and Emeka Egbuka will continue something, okay? But I have him in my top 5. I feel like the last performance almost could have knocked him out, but if he has another bad one, he'll probably be knocked out. But still, Baker Mayfield finishes on my top 5. And finishing up the list is Aaron Rodgers. Where do we rank him? We're gonna rank him at the end of, in the middle of good. We're gonna put him here at the good category, okay? Because the reason why, at 41 years old, he's made some elite throws, okay? That, like that one touchdown against the Bengals to give him the lead to Pat Fryermuth, that was such a play that I don't even have words for it. However, he's had a lot of turnovers, sort of, but most of them aren't even his fault. It's just, yeah, he's had some plays that make you say, okay, he is 41. But besides that, he's actually played pretty good. And I low-key want to put him in the great category. And no, fuck it, we're going to do it. You're at the end of the great category, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. But yeah, either way, this is my quarterback list through halfway through the season, where I think everyone is at. And yeah, so let me know down below if you guys agree with my list, and also how can I improve on this. I'll probably have to go more in depth next time, but I'm low-key running out of time because I gotta go do something in like 10 minutes, so I gotta leave. But either way, let me know what you guys think about this list. Is my list decent? Is my list ass? Let me know down below. And as always, thank you guys for watching. This is a longer video, but I appreciate you for watching if you're still here at the end. And yeah, I don't know how to end these things, but